Hi, I've got one of the Mikkeller Beer Geek Stout series beers here. It is Beer Geek Dessert, and this one is, I think, the only one of the Beer Geeks to not use coffee in it. It's just cocoa and vanilla, but they use it in somehow in a French press method like they do with all the other Beer Geek beers. And this one was brewed at Lervig in Norway. Most of the Mikkeller beers are brewed at De Proof, including the last Beer Geek when I had the flat white, which is the lactose coffee one. And I like the Lervig ones more. I had the Beer Geek Shake, which is the vanilla version of this that's like 13%. This one's 11, and I love that a lot. Had a huge mouthfeel, super creamy, lots of chocolatey vanilla flavors, but not too roasty or boozy or bitter or anything. So I'm thinking this one's going to be a little similar, but it is a little lower alcohol. I think it's supposed to be a little bit sweeter. It was bottled on Christmas Eve of last year, so it's just about 9 months old. Not too old for a beer of this stature, and if it's supposed to be a sweet dessert-like beer, I want to have it when it's still like that. I don't want to age this sort of thing for too long. Let's get right down into it. Yes, I guess all these Beer Geeks, the base is like an oatmeal stout. And yeah, remember the Beer Geek Shake having a nice, thick, rich, dark head, looking a lot like this one. And there's a little bit of sediment down there, but most of it's stuck to the bottom. And I'm smelling some really, really dark chocolate, and that head is sticking around really nicely. It looks so rich, and it's really, really dark. Super, super dark. A lot of the beers that are super dark like this have a lot of like black patent malt, and they're just like taste like ash, and they're licoricey, but somehow they made these ones so rich and dark. But it's mostly like, ooh. Actually, I do get some licorice in this. I guess, and there's lots and lots of really, really, really dark chocolate. And there's vanilla in this one too. It doesn't smell like it's going to be super duper sweet. It doesn't smell like I'm about to have chocolate cake exactly. Maybe like flourless, really intense dark chocolate cake. Yeah. It doesn't smell like, like just Nestle Quick or just straight chocolate syrup. It's got a little bit more going on. But it's not too licoricey. It doesn't smell hoppy at all. Not at all. It is very, very cold right now. I didn't let it sit outside of the fridge, and you can see some nice carbonation coming up the sides. I don't know if it's going to be overcarb, but if it was overcarb, you'd probably have more head happening. Ooh, yeah. Hoo-hoo. Really silky, rich, full mouthfeel, and then so much chocolate. Ooh. And molassesy, it's toasty, but that's really a great flavor. I like this one probably just as much as the vanilla shake. Lervig, the Norwegian brewery. I should have tried all the beers that I could get from them. I've only had beers they contract brewed or like collaborations. I don't think I've ever had anything that was just straight up Lervig brand. But they clearly know what they're doing with these big beers. That the feel is just so great. It's not too bitter. It's sweet, but it's not cloyingly sweet like a lot of gigantic stouts are. And it's weird how the aroma, maybe it's because it's so cold. This glass is usually pretty good for smelling beers, but the aroma doesn't really tip you off that much to how much it's going to be like drinking a hot cocoa. And then there's just a little bit of char, smoky char in the finish, but I don't think that's going to take over. Yeah, the aroma is just smells a little bit like almost burnt chocolate and brownies, I guess, like slightly burnt brownies with lots and lots of dark chocolate in them. and just a hint of a little bit of licoricey. Maybe I'm noticing a teeny bit of hops in there. But it seems, yeah, it's almost a savory aroma. But then, super duper extra dark chocolate, like hot cocoa flavor. And the vanilla mingles in there really well. And it is very different. Like of course the dark malts give you a coffee flavor, but it's a pretty different flavor than basically the coffee version of this, where they just swap out the cocoa with coffee. It finishes, oh yeah, I guess that finish is really roasted. The finish is more like a espresso, or like more like a French roast or Italian roast, really dark roast coffee. It had some nice drying bitterness. It's almost woodsy, almost like wood roasted coffee. I like that. Whereas on the tongue, it's just like, woo, really intense chocolate. It's not quite syrupy. The mouthfeel isn't as massive as the vanilla shake one. That one was a little bit stronger. I would say this is on par with the sweetness of the other one. It doesn't overwhelm the sweetness. And that finish is really nice though. It's a pretty complex beer. Yeah, it almost seems like they use some smoked malt in here. I kind of doubt that though. But it starts off with this savory, woody, burnt chocolate sort of thing, and then it turns to really, really, really like just melted dark chocolate mixed with some milk and vanilla, and then the finish is smoky, like smoky, really dark coffee. That's really nice though. I give this a very high rating. I think maybe I like the vanilla shake more because that had fuller body, and it was kind of like drinking a vanilla milkshake with a little stout in it or something. But this one's got its own thing going for it, and I don't think it's too sweet. I don't think the dessert term would be. A lot of people would think this is a weird dessert, something that's this smoky. It's almost like I guess over roasted, over toasted, almost burnt marshmallow mixed in with coffee. Yeah, I guess that's coming from like the roastiness mixed with the vanilla. Yeah, it's got s'mores flavor, I guess. Maybe minus the graham cracker, but yeah, that's a good description of the overall sort of connectors between the flavors is like s'mores. And yeah, I kind of doubt they use smoked malt in this, but it does have that little bit of campfire in there. But it's not going to scare anyone away who doesn't like smoke. It's nothing like that. They just use some super dark malt in here in a little bit. But it's got, you know, rich malt complexity too. That's creating all these interesting flavors. And I'm not even noticing booziness. I don't smell booze. I'm not getting a burny quality in the back of my throat. You can tell that I'm drinking it pretty fast for a beer this strong. Yeah, maybe now I can sniff a little bit of the alcohol, but that's what kind of you expect for 11%. Yeah, I give this over a 4, at least. Probably 4.25, maybe even higher. I'd probably save the A- or 90 score or whatever for the vanilla shake, but if you can get your hands on either of these, I would give it a try. They're better than a lot of these flavored stouts that I've been tasting, except for maybe the super duper crazy rare ones, but these I think are kind of available at lots of different good beer stores in the area. And it's definitely worth the, $5 to $10. I guess it's probably not going to cost $5 because I think that cost I paid like almost $6 for this one, but it definitely stands out as different from a lot of the American brewed flavored stouts out there, and I'm glad I bought these. I'll probably get another vanilla shake and do a review of that just because it's so great. Goodbye.